This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
Hello and welcome to the EMRN on Broadcasting Network, coming to you, bringing you the TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series from Michigan International Speedway this Thursday evening. The TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series is brought to you by Drive Business Solutions. Get all of your business solutions at Drive. It is also brought to you by Apex Sage Coaching. For all of your road course and oval needs, visit at Apex Sage on Twitter. Website coming soon. And hello everyone, my name is Jesse Rathbun, broadcasting alongside Alan Bledsoe at Michigan International Speedway today. And we are going for 80 laps this evening. Alan, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to a lot of what we had at Auto Club earlier this season. Race 1, it was a rather intense race, but at the same time there was a lot of fuel strategy involved. I mean, guys were clutching going into turns 1 and turns 3, or you know what I mean. And there was a lot of strategy involved in that race up until the very end when, if you remember, I think there was a crash involving I can't remember whether it was at Texas or not, but there was a crash involving Brighton Hutchings. 45
and 48 on the front. Right?
Yeah, the 45 and the 48. Yeah, my bad. I'm thinking of Texas. So I don't expect to see as many crashes as we saw at Dover. This is much less difficult of a track. These guys can run 3 to 4 wide on the straightaways, and it's a multi-groove surface. Not to mention, it's such a large track they can go full throttle all the way around it. Obviously, you don't want to do that for very long, because you'll do what you just saw Lightning McCoon do there in that 95 car. He brushed the wall just a little bit coming off turn 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to want to, you'll also wear out the tires here. Again, old racetrack wears out the tires pretty quickly. So these guys are going to have to manage that as you see these guys battling on the front stretch.
That is
a little over-under, and I think that's what you're going to see a lot tonight. It looks like Ryan Whitaker in the 03 and Lightning McCoon in the 95 there. So I would expect to see that a lot tonight as we're going through the race and going through the evening.
Yeah, I expect
a lot of
Go ahead.
I was going to say a lot of Auto Club, like you said, a lot of fuel savings early. These guys have reduced the length of the race tonight to 80 laps. I think it was, I don't remember what it was originally scheduled to be, but probably twice that. They were running half races pretty much. So they have decided to go ahead and cut the race in half, try to get less cautions. Now, TI has multiple leagues they run. They have an IndyCar league they run. They have a truck series they run. And they are trying to bring the same kind of action those leagues have to this league. So they are adopting a lot of the same strategy as the truck leagues here, which is an 80-lap run, 2 sets of tires. So these guys are going to have to be strategic when they pit and when they take tires and when they just keep going. So as you can see, some frustration out there on the track already during practice.
And I think they're just playing now, because this is
I hope so.
This is the TI Racing League right here. All three of them, and Dalton Wilson was in there as well. He's PTP, which is an affiliate with TI. So these guys are just kind of messing around. It's practice. I mean, it's not like they're gonna have to go to backups. They just reset their cars. So they're having some fun.
Yeah, so like we were talking about there, I looked at the original schedule. Michigan was scheduled for 125 laps. So you're getting 45 less laps. They were scheduled for 7 sets of tires. They're now going to have 2. So a lot of different things coming into play here today. Do have a couple updates we want to get to you guys whenever I can get somebody to message me back or hear from them.
Jesse,
like
did you already? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say the 3-car last week, Anthony Reiner, will not be joining the league going forward. So that is an update I wanted to bring to the audience. He had caused that lap 1 crash at Dover last week and was in a few incidences at Auto Club. So
that was the 81 last week.
81. Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
He was 3 in a different league, I guess. So 81 is not going to be joining us this evening. And then the 45 is going to have some kind of penalty. I'm not sure what that's going to be. That's Colby Wells. You guys remember back to Dover last week, going on that last restart. Dove inside of his teammate, AJ Stravato, in the 33. Those two got together and ended AJ's drive for a top 3 finish. So I did get word that there was going to be some penalty. Not sure what that's going to be yet. Still waiting to hear back from that. So just some cleanup from last week. And go ahead with what you wanted to say there, Alan. I apologize for interrupting.
Oh no, it was my fault. I shouldn't have interrupted you. So Chris Lewis sent out an announcement, and we want to make this point. We want to make this very clear this week. So Chris Lewis said earlier today, "Points are on me. Been a hell of a week, but tonight we kick off at Michigan. We will have a change this week that will affect the remainder of the season. Brighton has taken a leave of absence for a few weeks, so I'm planning on changing things around here and getting the ship righted. Tonight at Michigan in the Cup cars, we will be running 40% fuel, 80 laps, 2 sets of tires," as you were saying, Jesse. And he continued to say, "This is going to be modeled after the Truck League." Again, TI has multiple leagues. The Truck Series is one of them. Last race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. In the Truck League, we had 0 cautions with 26 people. I'll be looking closer at things tonight. Any questions, let me know. So that's the direct words coming out of the owner of the league. And he wants this league to be as successful as any other league he owns. And so far it's been, well, a little frustrating. So they are making adjustments, and they're trying to grow the league as best they can.
Yeah, and talking with Chris last week after the race, he made it sound like that he wants these to be shorter races, so these guys will have to do more strategy and less tires. So they have to make decisions on when they put tires on. They can't come in every fuel cycle and put on tires and keep going. He wants them to learn to drive with more worn out tires and just keep these guys on their toes a little more than being able to strap on fresh shoes every time and come back out on the track and run as fast as they can. It kind of spreads the field out a little more, gets guys away from each other, lets the guys that are not as talented as, the top handful or top 10 drivers, gets a little more spread out to where there's not going to be as much beating and banging around the track is kind of the idea behind this from what I understood. Is that kind of
Oh,
what you gathered as well?
yeah. I think it's a lot of it is just trying to make the field, while maybe not necessarily more competitive, but just cleaner. We want to clean up the races a little bit because we've been having too many cautions. And while the wrecks are fun, they make for boring races ultimately because of the caution laps afterwards.
Yeah, and not as many wrecks because this is a league where there are no resets. So if you get wrecked, that ends your night, and that's a lot of frustration for the drivers. And they spend a lot of time in this. If they're going for a race that's 125 laps long and they get wrecked at the end, well, they just wasted 2 hours of stuff they could have been doing otherwise.
Oh
So
yeah.
rather, he's knocked down to 80 laps, hoping instead of wasting 2 hours, you waste maybe an hour. If you get wrecked, hopefully you're not as frustrated by that. So that's another point that he made that I just remembered. So want to put that out there as these guys are going out onto the track for
So
qualifying.
this is a change. The first 3 weeks of this season, we have seen single car qualifying. Now, you are watching group qualifying. These guys are actually racing each other on the track in time trials.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was my screen or if that was actually happening, but that is actually happening. You were watching the 52 of Dylan Parker and the 20 of Isaac Morris going out there, and they
Oh!
cracked. And that is
Isaac
one major
Morris.
downside of running in group qualifying. If you make a mistake like that, you're gonna have to reset. And you might not get a time in.
Corey Melton is coming out on track. Now, he said last week that he was not going to be in this season. What, Jesse, you're a little closer to Corey. What happened there?
I think he just wants to give these new rules a shot, get out here, and he enjoys close racing. He knows these guys are fast. He knows there's people out there that'll make mistakes. He knows that. He's made mistakes on his own. He's admitted. So, he's just, he likes good racing. He likes racing guys that are fast and clean. And he knows a lot of these guys are able to do that. And I think he just wanted to come out here, had nothing else going on, and thought he'd give it a shot. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, it's good to see that 48 car back out there. I wanted to see that door bumper clear car one more time, at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a cool
and you
car.
see him getting a tow down the backstretch right there. And then you see the 03 pull off, not wanting to give him too big of a tow to the line.
The 03 has the fastest lap time so far, but let's see what the 48 puts up. 6th.
And I think that was his first lap, so he ran the high side in 1 and 2 on that first lap. You see him drop down to the bottom there.
As that is your leader right now in qualifying. Ryan Whitaker getting a tow off the 95. Coming off pit road. Let's go back to Corey, and coming off of turn 4 now. Where's that put him?
8th. Not much of
Still
a pickup
8th.
there. Yeah, doesn't have anybody to draft with this week because AA and teammates are not going to be out there with him. They've got other obligations this week, so he's going to be working on his own.
Now, I had noticed in that announcement that Chris had made that that he said that Brighton has taken a leave of absence. Brighton is part of that AAM team.
And I don't know the specifics behind that. I know Brighton's iRacing membership had expired, so it could be as simple as that. Just hasn't got it renewed yet.
Well, I'm not going to look too hard into that, but
I'm not going to read too much into it. Ryan's been in this league, so I'm not going to look too much further into that. other than his iRacing subscription expired and just hasn't renewed it yet. So I mean, mine did that as well, and I had to get on here and renew it right before I joined this session. So it happens.
Right. I haven't let mine expire just yet, but it's been close. The one time that. Never mind. I don't know what I'm taking.
These guys that went back out, it's going to be tight if they're going to make the checkered flag. Oh, we've got 10-minute qualifying. Okay, I was thinking it was 5. So
this is tight right here. 20 car leading the 10 and the 48. 48's back out on the racetrack this time with a draft group. Jacob Vainoski. I really hope I got that right, because that's a new name we haven't seen yet this season. What do you think out of that 10 car?
Well, I don't know anything about him, so we'll see how he does.
Does he have a bio in the chat?
Doubt it. Nope. So we will learn about him as we continue on this journey we call life.
48 up to 8th. He was 9th. Much closer, though. He was 0.33 off. Now he's 0.17 off, so getting a little faster. As we have this group with the 03 in it. That's TI Racing right there. Chris Lewis, Ryan Whitaker, and Lightning McCoon, all right there. This is one of those things that I am a little frustrated about group qualifying with, is that all you have to do is find another car. There's no real, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of challenging to, these guys, it's group qualifying. Yeah, they're trying to make a pass right here, which is going to be good for the 03, but it's hard
bad
to
for the 111.
See who's fastest. Yeah, it's hard to see who's the fastest in group qualifying. I mean, it's kind of where you line up, just like if it was a super speedway with this package here. So these guys are going to switch and get into each other.
And Chris Lewis in the wall. That's the owner of the league right there. Just pounded the inside wall. Wow. Where's the 99? What's the 99 doing? Oh, he's just stopping. Nick Leo had a good, had a bad run last week, but a decent run the week before at Texas. In a group with the 9 car, who also had a pretty rough week last week. Dalton Wilson. Can you tell us more about Dalton Wilson, Jesse?
Yeah, let me see if he's got something in the bio. Nope, you keep picking guys that are not in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, Dalton Wilson in the 9, 25-year-old, out of Hagerstown Town, Maryland. That's his hometown. He lives in Englewood, West Virginia, so moved a few hours south of his hometown. His hobbies include sports, video games, hunting, and fishing. So he's got a lot going on. Favorite sports team is the Baltimore Ravens. Boo. Just kidding. Texas Rangers, Dallas Mavericks, Washington Capitals. So got a lot going on. Favorite driver, Chase Elliott. All-time driver, Dale Sr. and Dale Jr. So that is Dalton Wilson in that. Currently running 8th on the board.
Yep. Corey Melton has dropped even further. Colby Wells is your new leader, and there's only 55 seconds left.
Yeah, so where you're running now is probably where you're going to be running, unless there's a big group here on the coming around turns 3 and 4. We'll see where they shake out if they pick up any time.
20 is involved in that. Let's go to Isaac Morris.
And now Isaac Morris was the TI IndyCar champion, so he has joined the oval ranks and trying to see what he can do here.
His last
Currently
race
running
there
P3.
was at Michigan, so this is nothing new to him. He's just in a different car. Oh!
Yeah. Currently running P3 in qualifying here, so pretty good lap by Isaac. He is also the owner of Apex Sage Coaching, one of our premier sponsors here in the TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series.
And there's the red checkered flag. Qualifying is over.
So as we wrap up qualifying, looks like Colby Wells in the 45 is going to be on the pole. And then the 03 of Ryan Whitaker is going to be in second place. The 20 of Isaac Morris and Brandon Alphin in the 21 round out your top 4. We're going to take it trackside for the opening ceremonies of today's race.
Dear Lord, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you so much for all that you do for us and the opportunity to be able to come and participate in this event. I pray that everything that we say and do will glorify your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, welcome back to the Electronic Motor Racing Network here, broadcasting the TI Racing Cup Series at Michigan International Speedway. Got Colby Wells on the pole. 45 Drive Business Solutions Chevrolet. Followed by the 03 of Ryan Whitaker, making a good run today in that Drive Business Solutions Chevrolet. Again in third place, another of the Drive Business Solutions guys, and Isaac Morris, your TI IndyCar Racing champion from this year, and owner of Apex Sage Coaching. Right behind them, we've got the... Oh, no, these guys passed him. The 21 of Brandon Alphin in that hashtag Grublets Points Onus, sorry about that. Grublets Onus Chevrolet. Again, Grublets on ice. Go get that game. Hashtag taxation is theft.
And then Dylan Parker is in 5th place in that number 52. Been really strong all year. Last week even. And the winner of the prior week, Lightning McCoon, in that 95 in 6th place. 7th place, our new guy, Jacob Vainoski. I still don't know if I got that name right, so we'll see.
We're going to roll with it until we get corrected.
And AJ Stravato in the 33.
So lots of heavy hitters up here in the top 8. In 9th place, we got Dalton Wilson, and I'll get their name, hashtag Grublets Oats. We got the 111, Chris Lewis in the 111. Drive Business Solution Chevrolet, 11. Door bumper clear, 48 of Corey Melton. And the 69 Jewel Chevrolet of Nick Leo. We are coming to get the green here off turn 4.
Yes, we are.
Colby Wells bringing them down. Waiting. The green flag is out. We're underway at Michigan International Speedway.
Oh, Colby Wells having a little bit of connection issues already.
Colby gets a good jump on the leader, and Isaac Morris through to 2nd place with him. 03 of Ryan Whitaker trying to hold strong on the outside of Dylan Parker in that 52 car.
We've got a battle between 3 wide right here.
Yeah, that's the 10 on the bottom. Well, the 33, AJ Stravato, going to clear the 21.
That
Right there in the
21.
middle, Brandon Alphin.
Putting up a good fight.
Yeah, he's doing a good job on the bottom of there, not coming up too far. Hard to get that drive off the corner when you're running the bottom like that. It's like they're straightened out for 1, 2. Nope. Dylan Parker going to the bottom, trying to look for a pass on 2nd place.
52 car right up there. Got past Isaac Morris, and here comes Ryan Whitaker as well. Oh, they're 3 wide back there, too. Brandon Alphin, AJ Stravato. I mean, 5 cars under a blanket right here. Lightning McCoon in the middle, and Chris Lewis trying to go in between them.
And that's also Jacob Vanoski. We'll go with your pronunciation, because I am not an English major.
I don't think it's English. That's
Jacob
the thing.
Well, that's true. I'm not a speech expert. Jacob to the inside of Lightning McCoon there off the corner. Not going to be able to make it happen. He's going to try to slide up in front of Chris. Not going to be able to do it. Chris going to slide up on top of him. Try to get next to him going into turn 1.
And Brandon Alphin coming back, trying to give a good push to the Vanoski, but isn't quite able to get to him. Vanoski dives it into the corner and tries to slide up in front of Chris Lewis. Oh, Lightning McCoon in the wall, and there goes the 48.
He saved it somehow. I'm not sure how he saved that car. I mean, that was incredible.
The 100
Kills
and
that set of tires, though.
the 100 and the 48, David Stringle and Corey Melton got in close proximity to each other. I'm not sure if they got into each other or not, but it was definitely close.
48 was trying to turn off the corner to get underneath those guys. Had such a good run.
You want to take a look and see?
I'm looking at it right now. Oh, no, he bounced off the wall.
Oh, he hit the wall?
So, bounced off the wall. Yeah, he bounced off the wall and then somehow saved that car, which I don't know how, but...
I'm actually a little surprised he didn't go back up into the wall. So, yeah, let's go back and take a look at what happened at with the 48 and the 100. So...
Might get a different camera angle just to
Yep.
see what we can find here. Cause it's...
Oh! That was a
Yeah,
weird bounce.
Yeah, it was, but look at that.
He would have just barely touched it, but it seemed to have kicked him off the wall.
Yeah, I know that was a weird thing, but saw that would have been a spin if it was any other driver out there. It could have easily been worse, but he's able to keep it going. Him and the 100 have fallen off the pack by quite a bit here, so probably going to need a caution to catch back up, get that damage repaired. I don't know if the 100 got into him or not, but it did look like they just bounced off.
I don't think he
48
did.
for sure bounced off the wall.
I don't think he did get into him. The 100 had to check up enough to where now he's lost the draft. These guys are basically driving full throttle around this racetrack. This is a very large... Oh, man, everybody's hitting the wall. Lap 7. and we've
there's
got
the
a crash.
The 20 and the 111 looks like together, and Bryce Lightning McCoon out there too. Was that the 111 or?
That was the 20 and the 95.
Yeah, I saw somebody back there as well.
Let's take a closer look at this. See what happened from far chase view. So everybody hit the wall here. 95
got the wall first.
No, the 52 got the wall first, and the 95. Oh, Nick Leo got into the 111, and then the 111 got into the 20. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, hard to.
Yeah, Nick Leo came up.
Well, I think he was trying to give Lightning McCoon some room, and maybe not expecting the 111 to hold his line like he did. I don't know. I don't think anybody. I mean, if you have to put blame, probably the 69. But it's hard to put blame on that. Just trying to not crash is what it looked like to me. So here we go. Pits are open. Let's see if we have any takers up front. Remember, 2 sets of tires for this race. So 2 stops are going to be fuel only. Is it too early to take tires this time? Doesn't look like it. Or at least fuel.
Well, yeah, with only 2 sets of fuel or 2 sets of tires, I don't see any tires being taken here. It's
what about
way
those guys
too
that
early.
spun? What if you're one of those guys that spun?
Well, that's a tough break.
See, that's why these tires here are going to
so
make an
valuable.
important difference. Yeah, I mean, this is going to make the strategy all over the place and put these guys on different strategies.
Oh, Isaac Morris gets into the 95 of Lightning McCoon. We got to go back and see that. McCoon sideways on pit road.
And that's another. Yeah, it looks like Lightning just was going to miss his pit box and decided to slam on the brakes as the 20 was pulling into his stall.
20 pulled into his stall a little bit early.
Yeah, but the 95 there was not going to make his stall anyway. If you go to his and look at far chase, I mean, he's going too fast that he would have not made it.
Let's go
I don't
back
believe.
And see. I'll make sure, or I'll double check. Because I was watching it live. I was letting you see the Oh, yeah, he locked it up late, that's for sure. And then the 20 missed his stall. So yeah, that's a good call, Jesse.
We got some guys getting some damage repair early. We got some. I don't think they're retiring from the race. They're just out there trying to get some things fixed up. It looks like the 95 Bryce McCoon, the 20 of Isaac Morris, both in the pit still, as the 52 of Dylan Parker coming back down pit road. And to answer the question, it looks like we've got fuel only on most of these stops.
Did anybody take tires?
It's hard to tell with all the damage repair to know if they took tires or just got fuel and damage repair. So looks like Jacob Vanowski had a 13.3, so I would assume that was 4 tires. And then Chris Lewis in the 111, 26.4. Corey Melton in the 48, 27.4. Nick Leo in the 69, 36.5. So I would assume all of those were damage repairs since they were all caught up in incidents.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
So AJ Stravato right now is showing as our leader. He also has the fastest lap of the race at a 38.57. A fastest 3-lap average, 5 and 7 lap average. So by far the fastest car on the track. And he was not out front. He was back a little bit behind a couple of the drivers. So
started this race in 8th.
Yeah, so, you know, making moves, making lap time. We know he's fast. We saw Texas. Can he be like his teammate in the 52 of Dylan Parker? Have a heartbreak 1 week, come back the next, and win the race. In a dominating fashion. We're about to see pace cars pulling off.
And AJ Stravato.
The 33 and the 03 on the front row. And AJ gets a good jump, and so does Ryan Whitaker. The 45 goes off as well. AJ's out front. Let's see these other guys battling behind him. Ryan's going to clear the 45 into the corner. Colby Wells on the bottom of the Barrett Morton in that 19 machine.
Let's take a look back here. There's a
the
big mess back here. Nick Leo with damage. Most of these guys have damage. Nick Leo looks like he's got the most. And he is dropping like a rock. He restarted up in 10th, I want to say. Crossed the line in 12th, and then all of a sudden, I mean, he's dropped back to 13th. Corey Melton and Dylan Parker racing each other right here.
Yeah, I think Dylan had gotten into the wall as well, you said, so back there with a little bit of damage. I'm not sure how much damage is going to carry over on those cars that pounded the wall or brushed the wall, whatever you want to say. It's hard to tell, but it is going to affect them. Obviously, they're off the pace by quite a bit.
I can't believe how many of these TI racing drivers got into the wall as Ryan Whitaker takes the lead from AJ Stravato for a lap. But I cannot believe how many of these guys got into the wall on lap 7 on the backstretch. That just amazed me. How many... we had, what, 5 or 6 drivers just hit the wall at the same time?
Right, and that could be a lot of aero push with these cars, getting tucked up behind somebody. You see them spreading out in the corner, trying to get clean air on the nose as best they can. Now, back in the pack, it's going to be a little harder to do. And coming off turn 2, I know gets tight, you know, as you're coming up, and maybe they just pushed a little harder than they thought. There's not much wind today, but the wind is blowing off pushing you into the wall off of 2, but it's only blowing at 5 miles an hour, so I don't see that being a big impact there.
And just a quick update, you see it on the leaderboard, 16th place, Lightning McCoon is out of this race. Just decided that his damage was too much, not going to be able to finish this run.
As we've got the leaders, that is Ryan Whitaker pushing AJ Stravato in the 33. That's going to let Colby Wells get up there, and you know, these guys are probably content to push each other, save a little fuel right now, just log some laps, not do anything silly to get into another crash, get some laps under their belt. Because last week we saw them, or at Auto Club, we saw them battling almost every single lap trying to get by each other. So, not surprised. Probably team orders. Calm down. Let's get to the end. Let's finish these races the way we're running. And, hopefully, you know, bring it home 1, 2, 3 for Jive Business Solutions, or 1, 2, 3, 4 as they currently run.
Well, you know, there's, what, 6 of them in this race? With
so
the 33, the 03, the 45, the 19, and the 52. The 95 is out of it, so...
And the 20.
And the 20, right.
So,
and the 111.
And the 111. So they make up about half the field tonight. So I know Chris was really disappointed last week they didn't get the 1, 2, 3 finish after the 45 and the 33 got together on that last lap. But... so he had a talking to with his drivers after the race and told these guys, hey, you better bring it home.
Yeah. As AJ Stravato leads this race, lap 17 of 80, this is going to be a short one, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot faster than what we've been doing. So these guys, looks like AJ's finally starting to pull just a little bit on the guys out front. And a guy on the move, it looks like, is the 48 of Corey Melton. He has been steadily working his way through the field. As we got the 111 on the backstretch. Did he get the wall again, or what happened? Did you see?
It looked like he hit the wall, but I'm not sure why he decided to tow. Let's take a look at this again. He was on the outside of Dylan Parker. And... got tight, boom, right into the wall. And after that, yep, he just he just stopped it.
Yeah, he probably knew that was going to be a lot of damage on his car, and I don't know if he's retiring or if he's just towing and getting it fixed there. So we'll watch it and find out. And you see these guys up front going at it here. AJ Stravato, and is that Ryan Whitaker still behind him?
Yes, Ryan Whitaker putting up a really good fight. We haven't said his name a whole lot this season, but he's doing really good here at Michigan.
Yeah, another one of those drivers that got caught up in that lap 1 incident at Dover. So doing a great job here at Michigan, able to hold on to AJ Stravato, keeping up with that fast number 33 Chevrolet.
And I'm noticing Barrett Morton. He had a real struggle getting taken out by the 81 on lap 1 last week in his season debut. And here he is up running in the top 5. So could this possibly be a redemption race for him?
Yeah, it could be, and he was another one of those guys that had a lot of damage on his car, decided to keep running. I believe he was the one that was running 20 laps down last week and took out the second and third place drivers.
No, that was
not
Dalton
him.
Wilson.
Okay, well, I apologize. I want to apologize to Barrett then. I know it was one of the dry business, and like I said, there's 69 of them out here tonight. So easily mistaken, but I send my apologies to him.
But
He's got a 9 on his car.
Yeah, Barrett Morton, he finished last. Well, he DNF'd in last. So
Okay, so he decided to hang it up after the crash then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Understandable. I completely get that. So let's look at that second place driver and Ryan Whitaker. Obviously, name Ryan Whitaker. Here's what he puts in the driver bio. Nothing but diecast matter after that. So, big fan of diecast collections, and that's all he had to say about himself. So, doing a great job up there in second place, like we said already. As we've got the 2 purple cars back there running side by side. They were side by side, and then the one on the bottom, and Dalton Wilson just gave up a bunch of ground. So. No, I apologize. That's Brandon Alphin, the first purple car in the 21.
Yeah, Alphin and looks like the 86 of Jacob Locklear were side by side, and then Alphin lost a lot of ground to the 21. Or, excuse me, to the 10. Lost a spot.
Cars, hard to keep them straight when they all got similar paint scheme. Well, the same paint scheme for a lot of the teammates on here. So.
Yeah, the only one
good.
that's really standing out is the 33, AJ Stravato with those bright green numbers.
Yeah, and you can find him right up front. And the 52 was involved in one of those crashes. Alan, if you want to jump back to him. Currently running in 9th position, able to make up a little ground, but a lot of damage on that car. Unless he's just pacing himself back here, just has a different strategy than the rest of these guys. I'm looking at his car here, and it doesn't really look like it's got too much damage that I can tell. So coming up here on the 9, I'm going to get to his inside. Almost some contact made.
Yeah, that was close.
Dylan Parker in the 9 of Dalton Wilson. Dylan's going to make the move around him. He's going to try to. Drives it in deep into the corner. Going to hold that position, and the 9 Dalton Wilson going to slide in behind him. Dalton's going to try to drive back under him off the corner. The 52
loses too
having
much
some
speed.
Connection issue. Yeah, has too much speed there from just getting a little higher off that corner exit. Still going to make it, try to dive back underneath him. But Dylan, my goodness, guys, I apologize. I just can't talk this evening.
There's a lot of D's on this team. I'm not going to lie. David's Dylan, Dalton.
Yeah, so hard to keep them straight when we're trying to spitball their names really fast. But these guys their race isn't over. They're on a little bit different strategy. Maybe had to take tires at that break. But Dylan came in and got some fuel before we went back green. So I would imagine he's probably trying to save some fuel back here and make it on fuel.
And David Stringle to the inside of the 9. 9 almost comes down into the 100, but they don't make any contact. And this is a couple of drivers that I have noticed run really close a lot. The 99 and the 48. They are just constantly around each other every single week.
Yeah, not in the position they want to be this week, as they're at the back of the pack, with some damage on their cars. But
outside the top 10.
Always outside the top 10, but they're always together. You're right, Alan. These guys, very equal equipment, very equal talent level, very equal. Matter of fact, there's only a 5-point difference in I rating for either one of those. Both upper and around 32, 3,300, upper 32s. So they're very close in talent, obviously. They seem to respect each other, and they drive around each other a lot. So looks like the 99 right now is getting the better of the 48. But that could change as they get on pit road, get a little bit more damage repair, different strategies playing out. So as we go back up to the front, looks like we've got a 4-car battle for that.
The 33's coming to pit road.
5th, 6th, 7th place. Yeah, and AJ Servato is off for pit road. Looks like I had 17 to 19 laps of fuel, and they're right around there. So
yeah,
these guys on the front stretch are working lap 20.
Except for Dylan Parker and David Stringle. Excuse me.
And I hear Dylan calling out pits.
Dylan Parker calling out pit road, huh?
The 10 is on the apron way early.
Interesting. Oh, all of these guys are coming to pit road.
Everybody
wow.
coming to pit road here. Who's going to make up time? This is going to be you see the 48 making up 3 or 4 car lengths on these other guys. In the 10 car, as AJ's going to come out and have some clean track, but the 10 car is super slow on pit road. He must be out of gas.
He's got to be out of fuel.
I mean, he's only going 16 miles an hour, so it has to be out of gas. I saw him slow on the apron back there.
RPM's 300.
Yeah, he's out of gas.
He's out of gas.
So
that's very unfortunate.
Whizzing by past everybody here.
Yep. Those fresh tires.
Interesting. Here's where he did not. Did he get fresh tires? I see Brandon Alpin did not. Yes, AJ Servato, fresh tires. Looks like Dalton Wilson in the 9 made the decision to get fuel only. And the rest of these guys are settling for 4 tires.
They have 2 sets. This is a good opportunity to take them. You only have 50 laps left. Brandon Alphin taking a lot of time on pit road. What's going on? Did he maybe speed on pit road? Well, maybe not.
But he's had some damage repair or something. He's from 19.8. So there's only been a 5-second penalty. So I don't think it's what was
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a speeding penalty. Maybe he did take 5 seconds.
Yeah, so AJ gonna be out front after he passes the 19. Or as they cycle through the start-finish line here.
Yeah, he's already passed the 21, so once he leaves this lap, he'll show up on the leaderboard.
What was a couple tenths of a second lead is now going to be a
13 seconds.
6. Is that what that is? No.
Yeah, I'm seeing 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5 second lead. So clearly got onto pit road quickly and able to get off even faster. So make that lead sizable. And I don't know that's going to be able to be overcome unless, there's a caution that comes out or something.
What's crazy is he took, I don't know if he took 2 tires or fuel only or something. He got out to a huge advantage here, but his last lap was a 39.418. And as Ryan Whitaker comes across the line, he just ran a 39.577. AJ Stravato, no matter how many tires he took, is still the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he beat everybody by that much for just pit entry and pit exit. But it's possible because I just saw, unless they dropped off somewhere. Yeah, the 52 of Dylan Parker came in running, what did we say, 9th place? He's now P2. So
I'm not
it is
sure
possible.
where he's at.
On my board, he's showing P2, but now he's invisible. And now he's dropping.
I think we've lost. Are you seeing any messages about Dylan Parker? Maybe he lost connection.
He might have, because he was showing P2 on mine, and then...
He's all of a sudden a lap down, 11th place.
Yeah, it's fast. He just is wondering what happened.
Wow, we have lost Dylan Parker.
No, he's running a lap down. He would be in 2nd place, but he said that everybody on his iRacing just went in hyperspeed, and then that he gained 2 seconds on everyone. And now he's a lap down and saying, never mind.
Wow.
So he just lost a lap by holding position.
iRacing. Because of iRacing.
Yeah. Chris Lewis, being the comedian that he is, types in the chat bar, R.I.P. Parker.
Yep, that's pretty typical Chris. So Dylan Parker all of a sudden finds himself the first car 1 lap down. Wow.
We'll put the 03 of Ryan Whitaker back to 2nd and 5.5 seconds back. And a big gainer. Oh, I thought that was the 99. That was the 10 of Jacob Vinowski.
But he is a
he
lap down. Yeah.
Okay. I
He's
saw
in
it switch
12th.
my track map there. So this has certainly spread the field out here, as we've got a big pack of cars running around the 6th, 7th, 8th position here, and those are the cars that had some damage on the first incident. That's the 99 of Patrick Thompson running out there, and Brandon Hoffman in the 21, and David Stringle in the 100 car, as well as the 69 of Nick Leo. Just an update, looks like the 48 has retired from this race, as well as the 111 of Kristen Lewis. Both of those guys calling it quits after lots of damage early on.
Wow.
Out front is the 33 of AJ Stravato, and I feel like this is a great time to take a side-by-side break here and get a word from our sponsors.
This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
And we've got AJ Stravato out front, Mr. Bravado himself, putting it on this field here. He's up 4 seconds on the pack. Yes, they have gained about a second and a half since we went to break. However, I believe he's probably just saving his equipment. What do you think, Alan?
Well, you know, he definitely has a big advantage on everybody else. And it's possible that he's saving equipment, saving fuel, maybe doing as much as he can to just, you know, make it to the end of this race. However, I mean, Ryan Whitaker is running him down by 0.2 of a second a lap. Somehow that doesn't feel like it's a mistake.
Well, I don't think it's a mistake, but I also don't think AJ has overdriven his car. He knows what he's got under there, so, you know, he could be saving his equipment, or maybe if he did not take tires, maybe those tires are starting to wear out, and these guys behind him are starting, although that lap, the gap maintained. So I think that answers our question. You know, Ryan is gaining a lot into the corner, and then as AJ comes off the corner, he's losing it all back. So there's a definite driving style. I would say that's probably lifting a little early for the 33 and then driving it off the corner, whereas the 33 is driving it hard, maybe washing up some.
Oh, 10 almost gets into the 03, and here comes the 52. I think that this could be a product of the draft, though. Look how many cars are in this little pack right here running for second place. Absolutely. With a couple lap cars. And the 33 running all by himself.
Yeah, and that could absolutely be. Now, but I'm seeing it on corner entries where they're gaining and then they slow down in the corners, and AJ's able to drive back to the same gap at 3.8. So I'm watching the gap now. They've got it down to 3.7. They go down the straightaway, it goes down to about that time it went down to 3.2. But now they're in the corner, and here they go. They're going through the corner. They're coming up
2.5, 2.4. Hang on. Where's AJ Stravato? He's on pit road.
He's on pit road. So there goes our calculations.
Right. We had no idea he was coming to pit road. As the 9 car is also on pit road, Dalton Wilson. He's a lap down. And the 69 of Nick Leo.
AJ not taking tires this time. He's on pit road getting fuel only.
Yep, fuel only stop right there.
Down and away after 7.1. We'll see what the rest of the field decides to do.
I really am beginning to wonder if he's just... Has he taken a single set of tires yet?
I think he did on that caution because he had a 14-second stop just like everyone else. But he probably only took 1 can with 7 seconds there. So I don't know. Could you take 2 cans with 7 seconds, Alan?
Thinking. I don't think so. Well, actually, no. That you might be able to. This is 40% fuel levels, so they don't really need to take. They don't need to take 2 cans. It's all 1 can.
Yeah, you're right. So absolutely, yeah, they can fill it up with 1 can. Here comes the 03 to pit road now. Gets a little bit in the grass coming.
And
able to make
it's
no harm,
possible he might have been speeding there. He locked it up halfway into the first segment. Let's find out.
Yep. We'll have to wait and see as he sits on pit road. Looks like everybody's coming in right behind him. 86 and 45, 99, all on pit road. getting there.
20 car
Service.
coming out. That's freaked out the
03
03.
Yeah, missed his box. That's going to cost him.
Fortunately, though, it's not saying that he's too far left. So, still getting his fuel. And
They don't show he's getting service.
yeah, no tires, but he is still on pit road. I think the 03 was speeding. From second place, the 03 penalized speeding police. Wow, that changes a lot.
Well, I still show that he's not getting... He hasn't gotten fuel or anything yet. They have not serviced that car.
Yeah.
Usually they service it and then give you the penalty.
No, the penalty comes before the service.
Okay.
I would know. I've gotten a lot of penalties. So the 19 right there behind the 03. Wow. 03 just ruined his race. That's really unfortunate. Ryan Whitaker could have put up a good fight against the AJ Stravato, but finds himself now a lap down in 9th place.
Yeah, 9th place, like you said. So we've got Barrett Morton, who's running second right now, and to Brandon Alphin in that 21, who's just now on pit road.
So, if Barrett Morton...
AJ is in front of Barrett now. That I don't know why it was showing me that.
Oh, okay. It's because he took a lap. He took his pit stop a lap later than AJ. So AJ Stravato, 10 seconds behind Brandon Alphin.
Gonna come around him pretty quick. Where the heck is Brandon? He's on the backstretch.
Yeah, he's on the backstretch. It looks like he's already been passed. So AJ Stravato, now your leader. He'll cross the line here first. Yep, there he is. 11 seconds ahead of Brandon Alphin. 3.5 seconds ahead of Barrett Morton.
But yeah, that does put Barrett Morton into second position, who is having a great run for him after this rough stretch the first couple races. In here running P2 to AJ Stravato and in front of the 86 of Jacob Locklear. So doing a great job out there. Capitalize on some people's misfortune, like the 52 getting in the wall. He's now gotten his lap back, it looks like, on my screen. So he has gotten in front of AJ. So at the tail end of the lead lap is the 52 of Dylan Parker. So if he gets a caution, he could be right back in this thing.
That's exactly what he wants right now.
Absolutely.
So, AJ Stravato, been leading a lot in this series. One of the best race car drivers that we've got, that's for sure. Dylan Parker, Corey Melton, those names come to mind as well. Patrick Thompson, he's been running up front a lot. But right now, AJ Stravato's the only one that's actually up front. You've got Barrett Morton, Jacob Locklear, Colby Wells, Brandon Alphin. We've said Colby Wells' name a few times this season. But those other guys in the top 5, how often do we say... Well, obviously, Barrett Morton didn't start until last week. But how often do we call out Jacob Locklear's name? Or Brandon Alphin's? These guys are having some really good runs this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just trying to look back because I think Locklear finished pretty good in our season opener. But that could be... I'm trying to pull up the results, but it's not wanting to do it for me.
I feel like he was involved in a crash. I can't remember, though. Not for sure.
Yeah, they've just got team wins and league wins, so not on that list. All right, so we've got... Reset this field here, Alan. We've got the 33 of AJ Stravato out front. And he's got a 3-second lead on the 19 of Barrett Morton.
Running a draft off of Ryan Whitaker.
And in third place, we've got the 86 of Jacob Locklear. Having a great run, like you said. The 45 of Colby Wells had a P2 finish last week after some controversy with AJ. Dove in deep on that last restart. Put his nose in there and maybe thought AJ was going to wash up the track a little more than he did. Ended up spinning him out, putting him in the wall, causing another caution at the end. And then right behind him, we've got Brandon Alphin in the 21 in fifth position.
David Stringle is in sixth place, not too far off of Brandon Alphin. In seventh place is Patrick Thompson. Not having the best of runs for him, but still up there, running in the top 10. Nick Leo, after significant damage at the beginning of this race, causing the second caution of the race, currently in 8th place. And Dylan Parker, as we talked about earlier, last car on the lead lap right now, pulling away from his teammate AJ Stravato. And then Ryan Whitaker caught penalized for speeding on pit road, first car one lap down. Go ahead, Jesse.
And I was just going to say the 52 pulling away from the 33 by quite a bit. 33 is entering turn 1 now, and the 52 is coming off of turn 2. So he's pulled away now. AJ could be saving fuel. I don't know. Who knows by that? Dylan Parker did have a 3-second longer pit stop. Did he maybe take 2 tires?
I think he took tires.
Well, maybe just 2, but his lap times are a full second faster than our leaders. So could have taken 2 tires, trying to make up that speed to get back around and hope to maybe take the left sides next time and make up that ground again. So
maybe 2 tires throughout this race is a really good call. I mean, right sides, then lefts, and then right sides and lefts. If you have to stop 4 times, then that's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because tire wear, if I remember right, is actually pretty even here at Michigan. The banking is just enough to where it'll wear out the left sides almost just as much as the rights. So it could be a pretty good call to do 2 tires on each side per pit stop.
Well, and I don't know if that's what he's done throughout the race or if that's just what he did on that stop, but it seems to be working for him here, and that could definitely be a strategy, like you said.
Absolutely.
And as we've got Brandon Alphin, who just worked his way around the 45 of Colby Wells for 4th place. We can go back and watch that pass if you want to.
Sure.
There it is.
We're just kind of...
Turn 3.
Yep.
And he's going to go to the bottom here, wrap that bottom. A little bit better. The 45 can hold his momentum up there, and then he's able to slide up in front off corner exit.
That was a solid pass.
Yeah, textbook. That's what you want to see right there. Now he's able to put a little distance between he and the 45. As we're going on the rear bumper of the 21 here, you're looking back at the 45 of Colby Weld on board the 21 of Brandon Alphin.
Wow, okay. I am... my connection is having a little bit of fits. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Maybe this would be a good time for a commercial.
Yeah, let's take a commercial break, see if we can get this worked out.
This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
And welcome back to the TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are back, and we've still got, looking at the 45 of Colby Wells, has fallen back another position to the 100 of David Stringle, under fire from the 99 of Patrick Thompson here. Going into turn 3, Patrick looking to get around him. That's Colby battling for 6th place right here. Patrick's going to make that move. They're side by side down the front stretch. Colby going to side draft a little bit. Is that going to be enough to keep side by side into 1? Does not look like it. Colby back to 7th position. Move the 99 of Patrick Thompson up to 6th.
Colby must have used up a lot of tire early on in this run. He's clearly not got a fast enough car to keep up with anybody in front of him or behind him, quite frankly. Nick Leo.
Well, we know he's an aggressive driver, so he could just have been pushing really hard early in this run. Remember, this is the first race not having tires on every pit stop. So did he overwork his equipment early in the tire run, and now on the second load of fuel not being able to maintain those tires?
It's definitely possible. However, I will say Nick Leo is not anywhere close to his lap times. So Leo's almost 2 seconds off of Colby Wells' pace. So,
and let's jump back to the front as the 33 is coming down pit road, and before that, the 19 of Barrett Morton had closed the gap to under a second. So we'll see if he can maintain that throughout the pit stops, but the 33 on pit road now.
17 laps to go. 33, 03, 9, and 21 of Brandon Alphin all on pit road right now. And the 33 undershoots his pit, has to roll forward a little bit more. He's taking tires. All 4, taking all 4 tires. There he goes.
It looks like the 19 is going to stay out again this lap.
52's on pit road as well. Dylan Parker, consistently the fastest car on the racetrack in that last
86,
run.
86 running second place right now. He's on pit road. Let's see what his decision is for tires. You almost have to take tires here.
That's what I would think. I mean, it's closing in on the end of the race. There hasn't been a caution in a while, so this would be a good opportunity to take foreign fuel.
Yeah, and that seems to be what he's doing here. Just finished up on the right side, going around to the left. There they go, got the car up.
As Jesse would say, 4 fresh good feels.
Hey, yeah, good 4 fresh good feels on that 86 car. He's going to hope to run down the 19 and the 33.
So there's the 33 as he passes by. Who is that? Is that the 20? That's the 20 of Isaac Morris. He's 2 laps down. Poor Isaac has not had a good race so far in this one. Patrick Thompson and Barrett Morton both on pit road right now.
Yeah, so we'll see where Barrett Morton comes out, because like I said, he had the gap under a second.
Sideways on pit road there. Almost missed his pit stall, it looked like.
And he's coming back out, and it's going to be close. He's not going to maintain the lead, but he's definitely not going to be as far back as he started in the last run. But again, they all have fresh tires here, so he's coming off the apron now.
Boy, this is going to be close.
He's going to keep it.
Not quite.
And he's got fresher tires.
I think Stravato's going to have the run off going into turn 3 to be able to.
And here's your battle for the lead. We haven't seen a side-by-side battle for the lead for a while. Is the 19 going to be able to hold him? He's
side draft, not
him.
Quite. The 33 will take the lead. 14 laps to go.
But this is your battle for the win right here. We were wondering, is this going to come down to a battle, or is AJ going to run away with it? No. He's got the 19 of Barrett Morton on his heels for this win. The last 14 laps, who's going to be able to hold on? It's going to be these two and these two alone. Lap traffic, not an issue. You can see by the track.
Clean track in front of him, for sure.
And third place is 7 seconds behind this battle as the 19 goes to the bottom. He has the fresher tires.
If only
And
by
he
2
side
laps.
draft, and he's going to get away here. Put a little air on that spoiler, dive to the bottom.
Barrett Morton.
AJ
Such
drives it in strong.
Wow, that was
On the
a
outside.
hard charging corner.
Yeah, I did say that's one of those corners he did not lift. He knows this is the battle for the win here.
Absolutely. If he ends up behind the 19 in the dirty air with 2 lap older tires, it's possible that
There's the 19 driving it in deep. Can he hold it down there?
might not get that position back. The 19
He
has a
clears
stronger run.
And he clears for the lead. 19, Barrett Morton to the front. And here
That-
comes AJ Stravato in the 33, going to try to work his way back.
33
Just
does
losing
not want to stay behind that 19, but he is losing ground. That's
19 trying to break the draft down the backstretch. Not going to happen. 33 chases.
going into turn 3. 33 stays in the, actually goes a little bit lower, tries driving a little bit deeper into turn 3.
Touches that yellow line down at the bottom. Here they come. 11 laps to go. Your gap is 0.3 of a second. And that's the closest it's been until they came off pit road this final time.
Wow,
19
this
to
is
the bottom. AJ chasing.
this is a surprising race. I was not expecting anybody to have anything for that 33, considering the 33 was
got a great run off the turn 2 there. Going to have something for him in turn 3 if he can drive down deep.
Barrett Morton may be using up his tires a little bit faster than he needs to. He's still going to come to... We're only coming to the line with 10 to go. So he's got to hold off AJ Stravato for a long time here.
And I see what happened. Barrett Morton took 2 tires. That's how he came out with the lead. A 9.3 second stop versus a 14.7. So makes up time on pit road, leading with 10 laps to go over AJ Stravato, who has dominated this race, leading well more than probably 3/4 of the laps.
And these guys are the only ones... These are the top... Out of the top 7, the leaders of this race, or those on the lead lap, I should say, they're the only ones running 39.7s. Everybody else is... Even Brandon Alphin in 7th place, 3rd fastest car, 39.8. So these guys are way faster than the field. Jacob Locklear ran a 40.2.
And here comes AJ. He's better in 1 and 2. He makes up ground on the backstretch every time. Part of it's a little bit of that draft. Some of it is corner exit, though, I do believe. Because he makes up that ground going into 3. He's just not able to stay there.
The 19 is just faster in 3 and 4. The 33 is better in 1 and 2, and the 19 is better in 3 and 4. That's driving style right there. We've got a real cluster with the 45 back there.
Yeah, the 33 was able to maintain that gap down the front stretch and off turn 4. So he's going to be closer than ever. This time down the backstretch, going to get a huge run. You guys are watching it here. Going to get onto his back bumper.
Look at AJ Stravato. Pushes Barrett Morton into the corner. And Barrett Morton actually takes it.
Yeah, he was trying to push him in there, upset that car, get him a little faster in the corner than he's been getting. Hope he slides up the track, gets tight off turn 4. Didn't happen as AJ wanted it to. Great adjustment by the 19 of Morton. Stravato going to have to make up all that ground again.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so we said the 19 of Morton had fresher tires. Well, we're wrong as he's only on 2 tires. So, you know, AJ's got the fresher tires of these 2, and he's going to go a line lower on the backstretch here.
Well, we should say fresher right sides.
Well, fresher left, probably.
Oh, did he take...
I don't know what side. I don't know what side he took.
Well, we'll keep watching this. Take a look and see what he took. So, Barrett Morton and AJ Stravato. AJ Stravato been racing for the lead in just about every single race this season, aside from the season opener, which he missed. And Barrett Morton I mean, he's been. I mean, this is his second race, and to see him racing up in the front with TI Racing, you can definitely tell that he's going to put up a fight for even just for the championship. Think about this. Barrett Morton has a 2203 in I rating. AJ Stravato, the guy he's beating right now, a 5483. AJ Stravato has twice the I rating of Barrett Morton, and here we are with Barrett Morton leading this race with 5 laps to go.
Yeah, absolutely doing a great job, and it was 2 right side tires. And looks like the 33 has lost some ground. You know, he had his chance on the front stretch, chose to push him, see if he's backing up to cool the tires off, get another run at him with a few laps to go. So we're coming around to 4 laps to go right here at the line. Does AJ Stravato have anything left in the tank to get around the 19, or is that dirty air just going to keep him back there?
I think the dirty air is going to keep him back there. Unless we have a caution, I don't think AJ Stravato is going to be able to catch him. I'm standing corrected here. The 33 just ran a incredible 1 and 2 and gained probably 3 car lengths on the 19. So here we go. I may be standing corrected here.
Yeah, and as he's making up more ground right here, he's coming through turns 3 and 4. This is usually where he loses a little on the exit. You can see he did again. But 1 and 2 is his definite strong corner on the 19. Able to make some time. Don't know what he's doing different, but different driving lines. You see him driving harder. Going to the bottom, he's going to make up a lot of time if he can keep the exit.
Wow, look at that. He gained 3 car lengths. He's within a car length now. AJ Stravato almost right on the bumper of Barrett Morton now.
He's going to go to the bottom in 3 here. He's going to try to wrap that line. He's going to stay in the second groove. The 19 goes up there side by side for the lead, coming to 3 to go.
AJ's going to side draft here.
He didn't get too close. He comes up a little more. 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go.
Side draft right there.
And he's got
they contact!
That's going to give Stravato the lead. And I don't know that Morton's going to be able to recover from that. He must have got out of the gas, and AJ just kept his foot in it.
Wow.
They're going down the backstretch, coming to get the white flag. AJ breaking the draft, and 19 staying in line. Working through 3 and 4. AJ making a great pass in 1 and 2 with 2 laps to go. Coming through, getting his... As the 19 makes a little ground through 3 and 4. Makes a lot of ground in 3 and 4 as they get white flag. 1 lap to go for AJ Stravato. 1 lap to go for Barrett Morton. Going to try to make it happen here. Huge run down the front stretch. Sends it to the bottom. Can he make it stick? Are those 2 tires going to be enough? No, he drifts up to the top. Able to keep it out of the wall, but I think that's going to be all she wrote. AJ going down the backstretch, breaking that draft.
And guys, while all this is going on, the 45, the 99, and the 21 are all having this incredible battle. I really wish I could show you it, but we can't take our eyes off this lead.
Coming off 4, AJ Stravato going to make up for the Dover race and grab his first win of the season. And Barrett Morton in the 19 going to come home P2 for his second race of the season, as we're going to go back and watch the 45 of Colby Wells and what's going on with him and Brandon Alphin. The 99 of Patrick Thompson going to get ahead of Colby, and Brandon Alphin going to come home 7th. So that leaves Jacob Locklear on the podium in 3rd position. David Stringle in 4th place. What a good run for him, too. He's had some bad luck early in this year, but able to bring home P4.
Absolutely.
And then Patrick Thompson, P5, to round out your top 5.
Absolutely incredible racing. That was awesome.
Yeah, and we weren't sure anybody was going to be able to challenge AJ, and it came down to Barrett, Barrett taking 2 tires on that last stop. Able to bring it home P2. Just couldn't quite hold off the hard-charging AJ Stravato on that last couple laps. But we have to give it to him, man. He made those 2 tires worth every bit, every penny, though. They paid in iRacing dollars for him.
Wow. The 52 of Dylan Parker just gave AJ a really close shave there.
Yeah, looks like those guys coming around want to finish all their laps. So as we've got Jacob Loglier getting ready to join the booth, so let's see what he's got to say. If I can get him in here.
Did you just kick him?
No, I didn't touch him.
Where'd he go?
I don't have any clue. All right, well, he disappeared out of the server, so I'm not sure where he went. But what a race. So we saw
well, there's AJ.
A lot of green flag. Yeah, let's get AJ. AJ Stravato, it's the guys up in the booth, man. It's Mr. Bravado, leads a lot of the laps, probably over 75% of the laps. Brings it home after a late race scare from the 19 on 2 tires, man. How'd you get it done in that last couple laps?
I was just saving fuel the entire time. I was just sticking to a strategy of just taking 4 tires every other stop, and got us out to a pretty good lead, I think. We were executing on our pit stops, and yeah, I was honestly the only reason why I was staying behind, who was it? The 19, Barrett. The only reason why I was staying behind him, we had the speed. It was just I didn't have enough fuel. Unless I stayed behind him in the draft, it was going to be close as it was because I was out in front the entire time. So, I mean, I didn't have anybody to draft off of. So, just glad to bring home a win. That was a fun race. Michigan's one of my favorite tracks.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations. Yeah, you had them strung out there quite a bit. We suspected throughout those last couple runs that you were playing a little fuel strategy, letting those guys get a little closer, and did a great job on that. Made it back up from your impressive run at Texas, I believe it was, where you should have got the win, could have got the win, and then late race cautions messed that up for you. So congratulations this week. Do you have anything that anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, just obviously my team, TI Racing, Apex Stagecoaching, and Drive Solutions, and Chris Lewis, all the guys that bring me in here. It's good to get a win. I felt like we had race winning speed the past couple times, so it's nice to win here.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations. Go ahead, Alan.
I have a question. What got you in the position to where you needed to save? Did you? I didn't quite know the fuel run. It sounded like it was about 19 to 21 laps. So, did you pit out just outside of that window, or?
Nah, I mean, I was out in clean air the entire time, which is good for, like, obviously saving tires and handling. But honestly, because I think it's like 7.9 gallons, I really shouldn't be focused on saving tires. I should be more focused on, I guess, saving fuel, because the lack of, I guess, downforce on the back of the car because of the fuel being so short to what you normally run. I think this is 50% compared to like 100%. It can make the setup tight. So I got out in clean air, and once I was out in front, that 1921 window that a lot of people have was like 16 to 18 max for me, because I was out in, I had nobody around me. It was just, clean racetrack. So yeah, that was kind of fun to, kind of have to play that little strategy game at the end. But, all in all, just glad it worked out, and we got a win. And I know Jacob got a good finish in third, so I'm glad to see him do well as well.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
And that was your race winner, AJ Stravato, in the 33. As we're going to try to get the second place, Barrett Morton, in here. These guys, it is not this. This is not liking me this evening. There we go. All right, Barrett Morton, P2 tonight. This is the guys in the booth, man. Congratulations on your run. Could you have done anything different with AJ there?
Nah, not necessarily. I thought taking 2 tires was the strategy. He had the strategy right all night, and he had a good run. The slide through my pit box there on the last pit stop didn't help anything either. But really wasn't much I could do. I wasn't about to throw a big block on them or anything, just because I'm still new to the league. I'm not trying to make any enemies.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you did a great job, man, running P2. You ran him down a lot before that last pit stop. Was that something different you were doing, a line you were trying, or was that just something to save fuel?
No, just tried it. This track with its big long straightaways, it's real important that you get off the corners with a lot of speed. So just try to keep momentum, and I don't know, trying to make them run his tires down and stuff. But fuel is not a problem this time for me, so that was kind of my focus, and then trying to save tires a little bit, but I don't think I saved them enough.
Yeah, 10-4, man. Hard to do that when you got to run them for 2 stints of fuel there. Do you got anybody you want to thank after that great run?
Yeah, Drive Business Solutions, Apex Sage Coaching, TI Racing, Globex Paints, and then of course Chris for giving me this opportunity. It's only technically my 3rd race with the group, and it's been pretty good so far. I've learned a lot, meet some cool people.
So, Barrett, I do have a question. You and AJ got into each other going off into turn 1. I don't remember if we covered that or not, but
3, I think it was.
I thought it was in turn 1. But what was your thought process when you were thinking about trying to run him back down? I think there was like 2, maybe 3 laps to go, and you had lost a lot of ground because you had to get out of the gas and with the contact. So what were you thinking? What was your mindset there?
I kind of, to be honest, going into turn 1, I thought I'd have a little bit more room because I'm technically the one that initiated the contact. I'm pretty sure I'm the one. I came down on him, and thank God we didn't wreck. It could have been way worse. I just, and if I was in his shoes, I probably would have done the same. I just don't know if I'd have ran me that high. I knew he'd probably take a late entry, but I literally had no room, and there is no traction up there. You've almost got to be on the brakes. So I was just hoping we'd kind of race it out. I'm pretty positive he had better tires than me. I was kind of banking on him running out of fuel. So I was just trying to push it as hard as I could, and I guess he got the best of me there, but I wasn't gonna retaliate or nothing. I was just gonna try to put some pressure on him and hope I could get a run. But like I said, I'm not out here to make enemies or anything. I'm just trying to learn and get better.
And that 2-tire call, I thought that was brilliant. 2 right side tires there at the end of the race. You had 2 lap fresher tires than him, and I figured you were trying to take advantage of that. Was that just your strategy call, or did you have that planned, or was that kind of out of the blue? You I'm gonna try this.
Well, I saw how it worked on him, because he took 2 tires earlier in the run, and it put him way up ahead of everybody. It put him pretty good distance, and I was like, well, I'm really hoping that they don't run me down, because I knew he'd be by himself. We ran him down, but we were in a draft for a good part of it, anyways. So yeah, it was kind of just my call to take 2 tires, but I should have pitted a little bit sooner, I think. Not that it would have mattered, but fuel wasn't a problem. I was just trying to make it as far as I could, and then hope that it was that he would possibly run out, but it didn't work out that way. He did real good with saving, and he did what he needed to do.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Barrett. We appreciate you taking time to explain all that, joining us in the booth after your race. Go get him next week, man.
All right, yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for what you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barrett.
All right, and that was P2. So let's get Jacob Locklear in here. And Jacob Locklear bringing home P3 today. Man, tell us about your race.
Well, the Griblets on Ice Chevy for the first time for me really, executed every lap to every pit. Usually that doesn't go my way. I'm usually getting punted by another car, ending up in the outside wall. Coming to the final couple laps, I saw up front. I saw Barrett and AJ start getting real scrappy. I was like, well, maybe if we cross for the white and they get taken out, that's a dub for me. But that's teammates, so I shouldn't think like that. But I was waiting for it. Just crossing the finish line, I'm shaking a little bit. I was like, wow. So this is what it feels like to be top 3. All right.
Well, man, you did an awesome job there bringing it home P3. You about had your wish about became reality there, getting into either turn 1 or turn 3 on that 2 to go lap. These guys touched going into the corner, but your heart rate spiked a little bit on that one.
Yeah, I saw him touch a little bit. I was like, okay. That was when it was 2 to go. I was like, okay, guys, not here. Let's cross the start finish line. Let it be white, so we won't do a green-white checkered. And then when they touched going into 1 on the white flag lap, my heart rate, it started racing. I was like, okay, I got to be there for it. Got to be ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on your P3, Alan. You got a question for him on that fuel saving stuff?
Yeah, did you how was the fuel saving methods? Like you find yourself up into the top 3. I think this is definitely your first time. So really good job there. But your fuel saving strategy, what was that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't have a strategy. It was run it till it was near empty and then come on in. I think I was saving fuel because I wasn't full throttling it around the track. I was letting off into 1 and 3, getting back into it halfway through. That's how I was saving gas. But as soon as the spotter said 2 more laps, I was like, all right, next lap, coming on in, filling it back up. And then, of course, not taking tires and then having to slow down a lot coming through the turns like that, also helped me save. But I'm going to be honest, no strategy really. It was just like drive it till it's empty, fill it up, do it again.
Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah, you made it work. You made the most of it. Congratulations on your first podium finish here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
I would like to thank my girlfriend who seems to watch every race. Always wants to know the link to the race before it goes live. But she didn't get to watch tonight, which is a little sad. She had to work. But hopefully next time.
She can go back and watch it again.
I've definitely noticed those comments that she makes. Go 86.
Yeah. Chris will be in the call with us, talking, and he'll be like, "Hey, she's back again." And I was like, "Oh," get a little embarrassed in the call and all that. But I at least got somebody supporting me out there.
Absolutely.
Right. All right. Well, congratulations on your P3 finish.
Thank you.
Good luck next week.
All right. Yeah.
All right, well, there's your top 3 for the race. AJ Stravado bringing it home P1, Barrett Morton in second, and Jacob Locklear rounding out your top 3. Just to clean up, Dustin Schwingle in the 100 gets his first top 5 in P4, and Patrick Thompson in the 99 bringing home P5 after first couple laps getting some damage on his car. And speaking of some damage on the car, we got Chris Lewis in the booth, man. Tell us what happened out there.
Oh, dude, I hate the Cup car. Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't even know what lap it was on, but everybody's bunching up. Oh yeah, I puckered a little bit and went a little low, and apparently Nick Leo was there. I feel bad for him. I think I killed him, but after that, I think, lap 20, something like that, I bounced it off the wall, and instead of being a roadblock, I just cut her off.
Yeah, well, you did pretty decent up until that lap, 5 incident or so.
Oh, well, that's why I'm in the booth.
Hey,
that's why I don't drive these things.
That's right, man. Well, we appreciate you doing this league, man. Tell us about the changes you made before this race.
So we plan on shortening for the rest of the season. A lot of these guys in the Cup car, they're complaining, the races are too long, and it's not really fun to, drive around in circles for an hour and a half, an hour 45 minutes, and then get wrecked out with 5 to go. And I kind of don't blame them on that end. So what we did is I've got a little truck league. League runs races that last an hour, and the fuel for the trucks is 35%, and you get 2 sets of tires. Well, the fuel for the cup is 40%, and you get 2 sets of tires to go with it. So what that does is, there's strategy to come into play. In our truck league, we've got a bunch of about 30 guys, and we've got 12, 13 different winners. So like to see how that goes, in this cup league, and see if somebody can outsmart Stravado. We'll just have to see. But some good changes from here on out. I'm hoping it works better. I'm hoping everybody's happier with it. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, man, time will tell. So, well, we appreciate you explaining those changes, man. We kind of tried to explain it ourselves at the beginning, but who better to explain it than the man himself?
The guy qualifying and put it for
Okay,
open qualifying.
So was that or is that a new thing?
No, that's my mistake. There will be lone qualifying from here on out. I just fat fingered that one thing.
Okay.
Okay, that
making sure.
that was definitely confusing for sure.
Everybody likes open qualifying, but
Oh yeah. But cool, man. Well, we appreciate it. Looking forward to that single car run next week, qualifying. And we appreciate you joining the booth today.
yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all put on a good show. Just glad to have you here.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate it.
I'm still
All right.
I'm still trying to work out the kinks on the broadcasting side though.
Well,
Made
we're
a
all
couple
still trying to-
mistakes tonight.
Well, we're all figuring it out as we go. I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Absolutely.
Getting the run in, talking about the guys, getting a little background information on them. As we get going throughout the races, these long green flag runs, we're going to get to know our drivers a little bit better the more we do this. So be able to tell some more stories about them. Hopefully, get some more drivers posting in that driver bios where we can share more about their personal lives with all the audience. So, well, that does it from Michigan International Speedway this week. And next week we're going to be going to Richmond, the short track, and we'll wait to find out. We'll wait to find out which one we'll be getting. 2 sets of tires. You heard from Chris Lewis himself. So these guys are going to have. That's a track that will wear out that right rear and that right front. So lots of strategy play at Richmond, and we look forward to it. So you have been watching the TI Racing Tech Series on the EMRN Broadcast Network. We appreciate you guys joining. From Jesse Rathman and Alan Bledsoe, have a good night.